Hey everyone, welcome to Traffic Signals Episode 1. I'm Exit Sign 250, and I haven't made a traffic signal related video in 6 years, and I believe the few videos I made were like my second or third video. So yeah, it's definitely been a long time. Now, I've always been interested in traffic signals, traffic signs, and railroad crossing signals at a young age, similar to other hobbies like exit signs and fire alarms. However, my interest kind of, I guess, was put on hiatus because I never really was able to get a big collection, mainly because signals and signs are hard to obtain, and if you do get some, you have to have a space for them. You can't just put it in a closet or on a shelf. So that's why I just kind of got uninterested. I noticed them, but didn't really think much. But recently, about a year ago, I started to get interested again, and I think I'm going to start obtaining some signals and make a little collection. Not something too crazy like my other collections, but just something small and unique. I'm going to be making these videos, and I know there's an audience of people that enjoy watching them, so I guess these videos will show them what I got. So this is my first signal. This is an LFE TCD automatic signal. I know LFE is a manufacturer, automatic signal is one, and I'm not sure if TCD is also another company or if it's a model. Not really sure. I know LFE bought automatic signal or vice versa. Anyway, but this was my first ever signal. I got it at an antique store, and I got it when I was 5 too, so that was a long time ago, and it's actually been sitting out here since then, almost. So when it was originally purchased, it was wired so all the lights would light up at one time when you plugged it in, so not really realistic. But then when we got it, my grandfather actually put in this wooden post, and the signal sat here and did nothing, basically just sat out here. And then maybe a few months later we ran an extension cord to it so all the lights would come on. And then a few years later we got one of those traffic signal controllers, so it made it, do something pretty realistic, I guess, and not just all the lights on, and I love that. As the years went by, water started to leak in this top red light, and it completely wiped out the controller because it was actually on the inside. So the signal just didn't work, and I didn't really mess with it. And then a couple years after that, the wood actually right here rotted, and this hook just snapped off. And I remember one day after we had a storm, the signal was just laying on the ground, so I threw it in the basement and basically forgot about it. And then a couple years later, again, I saw it and I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna start collecting again, and all that stuff. So I pulled it out and actually kind of repaired it. New piece of wood, new hook, and then I bought a new controller and did something, I guess, a little bit more professional. This is PVC conduit, and it's all weather tight, better than that extension cord, and then that runs into the ground. Right now it's on a very fast pattern. I have a lights to go controller in there, and I have it, I think, set to almost the fastest speed. The light bulb, this is a fully incandescent signal, by the way. I do plan on replacing them with some LED bulbs, so they don't get as hot, they don't use as much electricity, and they can be brighter if I get a larger wattage equivalent. So there's the inside, there's the terminal block, and here's one of the lights. And yeah, so that's this signal. And then I also repaired this. You can see that's a waterproof putty, so no more leaking. But yeah, that's the signal right here. And then for signs, around the same time as we got this signal, we also got this stop sign. Just your standard stop sign. Well, it might be a little bit smaller. And then we put it on a post. A couple years after that, we got a speed limit sign. All these were bought legally, by the way, and hung it underneath it. And then lastly, I got this little cool sign, no parking, stopping, or standing tow-in sign. Kind of unique. I've never seen one before. They were actually, the way I got this one is they were widening a road, and I noticed some construction people had ripped this sign up on a post, and I actually went up and asked them if I could have it, and they said, sure, take it. So took it off the post and put the sign up. So yeah, that's everything that's out here. Have a few other signs. I have a larger stop sign. Again, I also obtained from some construction people. And then I have a handicap sign, but they're in my basement right now. And then another type of stop sign. So that's all that's out here. I got one more thing to show, and that's in my room. Okay, now up here we have a pedestrian signal. This is a my most recent, I guess, addition to the collection, and partially responsible for rekindling my interest. I have a specific video on this signal. Basically, it was me restoring the whole thing, and I guess it even's a how-to if you wanted to do something similar. Check that out if you want to. Again, just more detailed and all about the signal. So not going to go into a lot of detail since that video basically covers it, but I'll just scratch the surface. So this is an ICC brand enclosure, and it has a GE LED handman insert that replaced or retrofitted a Don't Walk incandescent signal that was original, and then this signal was later retired for whatever reason. This is actually my most favorite color scheme and enclosure variant. I really love the yellow body with a black door, and I love this thing. I don't really know what the technical term is. I've heard these referred to as egg crates, I've heard them as spiderweb lenses, and I've heard them as low profile visors, so I don't know what the right term is. Really love it though. I grew up with this type of enclosure, so I think it just grew on me. Not really so fond of the insert though. I really hate how you can see the individual LEDs. Really bothers me. Actually, I think this is my least favorite type. Well, maybe close to least favorite, maybe like second or third least favorite. I have a bunch of other ones that I don't like. But maybe one day I will get one that is, I like the ones that are actually the symbol that lights up compared to this. So maybe I'll find one day and replace it with. It's on a PVC post with a wooden base, and there's a switch on the back that turns it on and off, and it just simply plugs into an outlet. And inside of it's an Arduino that controls it and basically does the pattern. So very cool. I really love it in my room with some other stuff. Kind of gives my room more character. And yeah, so I think that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys liked the traffic signal series back up and running. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you in another video.